So you can see why I was doing that A post. Well, got to do both A posts, haven't I? This is all made now, so I've made all the bits for it. I've had to make all these panels. And some of it I made before. You know, you're just seeing I did this and this tub before. There's videos on that. But a lot of this I've done more recently. So should we have a look at that? And then we'll come back and I'll take it all apart and show you what it all is individually.
Kids, I'd like to tell you something. Once you hear it, there's no stopping. Impressed, obsessed, maybe possessed. You won't have time to stop or rest when you fall for the rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, the riggedy ding dong, boom bap shabang, the rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm. Fall for the rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm, the boom, the bop, the beat, 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 can beat the beat of the rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm.
So that's what it took to make that bit. And that's only half of it, isn't it? Because all the stuff I made before, you have to look at the other videos for that. But what I thought we'd do now, we can start taking it apart and see what, how complicated this area is. And well, I had to make all these jigs and so on to keep it in check, because the whole point is that if the A post is in the wrong place, everything goes wrong from there. So this is a datum for where you hang the door, which obviously is going to affect where the B post goes. It also, this shape affects the shape of the outer wing, where that fits and where it fits against the door and so on. So that's why I went to such effort to make all this jig up for it. So remember, I made this tube up. This is the thing that takes the tube that goes to the front to catch the air, and that air dam, that air receiver or air plenum. And then these triangulation pieces, I've made all these, so they come off like that. And then we can see we've got the hinge in here. That's where it mounts. It's got these captive nuts. I managed to save that off the original, but obviously this is all new. Then there's our air duct. That goes in through there. Now that was missing, wasn't it? All this had been cut off and been plated over. Then we've got the second triangular, lowered triangulation piece, which ties in with the sills and so on. And again, that covers up the lower hinge panel. You can see these tangs, these roll over to hold that in check, but I haven't fitted that, I haven't bent them over yet. That comes a bit later. And then we've got a tub in here, haven't we? Got all that tub, that all has to line up, that all gets spot welded through here. So that tub has to come off like that. There's a tub. Now you're starting to see the outriggers and so on, and you see where that will all line up with the outrigger through here and through there. And this becomes the end of the inner sill boxing plate. So all that joins to there. Now we're into this area. So we're into our new A post area. It's all tied in through here, through this pin. So if I take that pin out, I should be able to get the A post off, we hope. But it's probably a bit tight. Let's see if I can get that off. There we go. So I'll take that off and I'll put that on the bench and we'll have a look at that in a minute. But we've got more still. So we've got this outer panel here. And that's where all the windscreen mount goes through there, doesn't it? Into the, into that area. Well, where the bolts are on this bit, and it allows the ends of the bolts to go in there. So all this internal structure, I've had to make all that. And so that comes out of there, then that's got to tuck under there, it's got to line up through here, so all that lot. Then this one joins to that one. You can see that one. There you go. So that's all that area. So there's a lot going on there, isn't there? And then let's have a look at that A post. These are the hinges mounts, aren't they? These are the captive things. So the idea is that these have some movement in them. And that's what, these hold them in place. But that's so you can adjust your hinges and adjust your door height and so on. So that's got to be welded to there. This is all new, as I say. Some of this is the original I managed to save. And then here's all my jig, isn't it? So this is my jig section. And then it goes up here and ties into the windscreen frame. Because obviously the windscreen mounts to that. So this is all critical that I have to keep all this in check in the right place. So all this had to be made. So that I saved that panel. And I saved some of this, but I had to repair it, and then I made that new. So if I get this apart, let's start taking this jig apart so we can see what we got. So the way I made this jig was so that I could use it on the bench, so I can take this part off of it, so that I can keep the whole thing in datum, keep the whole thing in check, keep everything lined up on the car, on the jig, on the select jig, but also once it's off of here, once I've got this big piece off, I've then got a smaller jig, and then this has got to be able to flip over and use it on the other side of the car. So the plan is that I can use this on the other A post, but obviously this is in a different position because I've got to use it a mirror image, and making this as a mirror image, so that's why this all will come apart. So if I take that off of there, remove this one from here, we can then get that windscreen surround piece off. There you go, so there's our windscreen piece. So again, this will be handed. I'll be able to flip this over and use it on the other side of the car. But this you know, I'd have to make a mirror image of this part. But I can still attach it in the same way and reuse that. But that's the idea. And that's where them holes were with that lined up. So that's that piece. Now we're into the A-post itself. So there's our A-post, there's my bracketry. And you can see sort of roughly how it goes together. So if I unbolt the jig from it, we can then start taking it actually apart. There you go, so that's the jig, comes off like that. You remember I turned these down so they plug through everything and line everything up. So that's our jig, and it's reinforced so that it stays in one place. You can get the outer skin off, which is this bit, you see. So those are our tangs again, you see, they all line up. That's why I've got all these holes drilled and everything. So that I can line everything up, you see. So I've got datums there to work to. Then that, as I say, that will go in there like that. So that comes off, that comes off. Get these avdales off. Yeah, that's that one off, you see. So now we see the inner structure, and we want that one off of there to see this structure, which is the last bit, which is going to be those. So these two hold that spring clip thing that's like a sort of check strap bit. So I'll just take them off. So that check strap is like a sort of sprung loaded piece that then actually works on the hinge itself, which they are reproduced, you can get them. They used to break quite regularly and you couldn't get them for a long time, and they're spring steel, so they're difficult to repair. But yeah, there you go, so there's that's sort of the inner skin of it. And that's where your little courtesy light switches go. They bolt on there. That's where the loom goes through to come into the door, because you know at the end of the door you've got a little light on the end of the door, and also some cars have electric windows, but you know most don't. So it's only that normally is only for the little courtesy light on the end of the door. And there you go, there you have it. So I let a piece in there, replace that part, which you'd have seen. The rest of this was cleaned up and we saved it, got Gary to clean it out. That appears to be factory. They seem to have hacked that out. I don't know why that is like that. And I can only assume it's factory because I can't see any, it's so nastily done. And I can't see why anyone did it afterwards. I can't see how they got in there to do it. But on the 2 litres, it doesn't look like that. It looks a lot cleaner. If I go to a 2 litre one, I'll show you. So I've got the remains of an A-post off of a 2 litre car. And as ugly as it is, it doesn't appear to be like that. Now, this is from an older restoration. But you can see this area, we replaced it because it's so badly damaged. But that would be that bit. But it seems to have a lot better holder there. I don't know why it's got one there, because that doesn't seem to correspond with anything. So I don't know what that's about. But yeah, and then I've got this piece to do, which goes on the bottom of here. I've got to do that bit with the strengthener, which will go on that one, won't it? Which will go in there and attach that. Well, this is useful because that's why I save all this old stuff, so you can see how things are made. You can see those tangs are part of it. You know, how they're part of that part. You see how I've had to recreate them, make them out of this. And it shows me these shapes because all the old ones all missing all the bottom of this. So though this one was very damaged, it's good useful reference. So I try and keep a lot of stuff for that reason. And that'll go back under the bench. And then there was these, wasn't there? That was the bit that went inside. That comes the outside, and the A-post has all got attached to it. And that tubing's got to go through there. Tube, wasn't it? Again, another thing I had to make. I had to make tooling up to do that. So that will go through there like that. Again, all this was missing. This bit was missing. So you can see then you have to have the tangs there to attach it to. So there's a lot going on there. There's an awful lot going on. It's got all the returns, all the proper returns, everything's how it should be. That's our top closers, which will cover up the top hinge mounts and so on. Put the swages in exactly as it should be. And, you know, that's exactly how it goes. It attaches in there, allows us to do that. So that will go like that. Then we've got our lower closing piece, wasn't it? Which ends up landing on the sill there, goes to the bottom of the A-post, all that lot. All that was done a while ago. And then we've got a wheel tub, haven't we? And again, that's that fold back where it goes on the sills and so on, and that pressing. You know, that's an awkward bit to make. But yeah, so there you go. So that's a lot. Now it's got to all be welded in. But before I weld it in, I'll make the stuff for the other side. So I've got it all off for reference so I can, you know, work all that out. So that's the way I'll, you know, do it. Make everything first, then weld it all on. And then hopefully it'll be in the right place. And then I'll put the doors on and start working backwards. But that's it. That's a lot of work, that lot, which is, you know, what it takes to get them right. Yeah, I can't buy any of this. I have to make it all, don't I? So I get better, you know, better get on with it, hadn't I? So until next time.